Hey there, this is Divya from Chalkboard Academy, and this is class 10 mathematics series. In this lecture, we will be discussing chapter 3, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. So first look into the topics we have already covered and what we have to cover. So very first topic we discussed about the pair of linear equations in two variables. Then we had done the solutions, that is unique, many and no solution, and then graphical representation of these solutions and what are parallel lines, what are intersecting lines, and what are coincident lines. Thereafter we did the consistent and inconsistent pair of linear equations, and thereafter we are left with this topic, that is algebraic method, substitution, elimination, and cross multiplication, which we are going to discuss in this part of this lecture, and we'll do some questions based on these methods to understand them clearly. So moving forward, let's look into the table first, which we have done in our previous video. So here in this table we can see that for pair of lines, that is pair of equations, linear equations, if they are intersecting lines, that is we are talking about graphical representation, they have unique solution, and a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. And when they are coincident lines, and so they have many solution because all the points are common in them. So a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. And the last one, when they have no solution or they are parallel to each other graphically, we say by ratio a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. So let's begin with the today's topic. So here we have methods. So to find out the solution for linear equations, we have three methods. First one is substitution method, where we use one variable and substitute it with another one. Then we have elimination method. In this method, we eliminate one variable between the two equations and find out the value of another one. Then we have last one, that is cross multiplication. Here we have a little tricky method, but we cross multiply to find out the value of x and y. So let's begin with the substitution method. In this method, instead of understanding theoretically, I am taking this example to make you clear this properly. So here I have taken two equations, that is first one is 7x minus 15y is equal to 2, and the second one is x plus 2y is equal to 3. So here, out of these two, we can take values of x and y from any of these equations. So I am taking this equation 2 because you can see that in equation 2, it's easy to find out the value of x. So here x plus 2y is equal to 3, so I got x is equal to 3 minus 2y. Now because I have taken this value from equation 2, then I have to put this value in equation 1. So I am putting this value of x in equation 1 to get this 7 multiplied by 3 minus 2y minus 15y is equal to 2, and thereafter after solving this I get the answer as y is equal to 19 by 29. Now I have got the answer of y. I can simply put this y in this equation here where I have used x, and then find out the value of x also. So let's see. So I have put the value of y in equation 2. So x is equal to 3 minus 2y, that is 3 minus 2 multiplied by 19 by 29. After solving it further, we got x as the result, 49 by 29. It was little, these numbers were in fractions. Sometimes we get whole number, sometimes we get in decimal. So don't get scared from the number. Now we have another method called elimination method. In this method also I am taking some example to make you understand clearly. So here we have two equations, x plus 5y is equal to 2, 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now what I have to do here is I have to multiply, I have to consider any of one variable out of these two. Either I am going to make the x variables equal in both the two equations by multiplying certain number, or I am going to make y variables equal in both the two equations to eliminate them. So here it's easy to make x variable equal. in both the two cases. So what I am supposed to do here is I have to multiply the first equation by 2 to make it 2x. So I have multiplied the whole equation, because when I am multiplying this whole equation by 2, it is also the same thing what it was earlier, because when I am multiplying this 2 here and then here, we can eliminate them as well, we can divide them. So they are actually the same thing after multiplying by 2 as well. But we got the result 2x plus 10y is equal to 4, and then another one is 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now what we have to do, we got these two equations, now we have to subtract them. So to subtract them, we have to change the sign, because this 2x was positive, so we have changed it into negative. Then 3y was negative, so it is now positive, and this one is positive, so it became negative. Now, so we got the result 13y is equal to 0. That means y is equal to 0. Now we got the answer for y. Now we have to put the value of y in any of the equation. So we can take any equation. So here I am taking equation 1. So after putting the value of in equation 1, x plus 5y is equal to 0, and it became 0. 5y is equal to 2, so x is equal to 2. Now we got the solution. We can write it in this form, where the first part is x and the second one is y. So this was elimination method. Now we have another method called cross multiplication. To understand this, I have simplified it in a certain formula. So here we denote linear equation in this way: a1x plus b1y is equal to c plus c1 is equal to 0, or similarly a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So these are two linear equations. Now for cross multiplication, what we are going to do, we have placed them like this. So here is x, then we have y, then we have 1. Remember, whenever in some equations this c1 or c2 will be on the right hand side of the equation. First step here is to put them on the left side, make it the generalized form of linear equation, that is the right hand side should be 0. Moving forward, we will be starting from here. We have placed b1 and then here b2, then c1, c2, a1, a2, then b1, b2. Now I have used this arrow only here. Why I used only one arrow when we are going to do cross multiplication? To remember the direction. First we are going to multiply b1 to c2, then we will subtract b2 multiplied by c2. Same goes here and then here. So let's look into the formula first. So here we got x by b1 multiplied by c2 minus b2 c1 is equal to y by c1 a2 minus c2 a1 is equal to 1 by b2 a1 minus b1 a2. We can simply leave these things here, or can simplify further. So here now we have got these things. Whenever we are supposed to find out the value of x, we are going to equate this ratio with this here, like we have done first and third ratio we have equated to find out the value of x. Similarly for y, we will be equating second and third ratio. So here y, we got this. So for x we got b1 multiplied by c2 minus b2 multiplied by c1 by b2 a1 minus b1 a2. Similarly for y, we got c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by b2 a1 minus b1 a2. In both the cases, denominator is same. So let's look into the question first to understand it clearly. So we have these equations here. 2x plus y is equal to 5 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. Here a1 is 2, a2 is 3, b1 is 1, b2 is 2, and c1 is 5 and c2 is 8. So first thing what we have to do, we have to take c on the left side. So now we have 3x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0 and 2x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now again we are starting with the formula here. Same thing, we have written the formula and thereafter we are going to just place the values of b1, b2, c1, c2, a1, a2 and so on. So after placing the value, we got something like this: 1, 2, 5, -5, -8, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Now we have to do cross multiplication. So we are doing the cross multiplication here. So 1 minus 8, 1 multiplied by -8 minus 2 multiplied by -10 is equal to y by -5 multiplied by 3 minus -8 multiplied by 2, and that is equal to 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 minus 3 multiplied by 1. Now we are solving it further, these multiplications. So we got this x by -8 plus 10, that is equal to x by 2. Then for y, we got y by -15 plus 16, so y by 1. And for the last one, we got 1 by 4 minus 3, that is 1. So we got this x by 2 is equal to 1 by 1 and y by 1 is equal to 1 by 1. So we can say that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Now we have done these three ways to find out the values. Now we have, sometimes we get the variables in denominator as well. So there what we can do, we can reduce the equation by letting them certain another variable. Like here in this equation, we can see, in this equation you can clearly see that 2 by x variables are in the denominator, but we haven't done some questions like we do not have such formula where we do denominators. So what we are going to do, we are going to let something. So here we are assuming 1 by x be a and 1 by y be b. So now our equations are simplified or reduced. So now we got the equation as 2a plus 3b is equal to 13 and 5a minus 4b is equal to -2. Now we have got the linear equations now, and here we have different variables. Unlike x and y, we have a and b, or any variable you want to take, like u and v, whatever you like. Now moving forward, what we are going to do, now we have got these two, we can now find out the value of a and b by any of the three methods we have discussed earlier. So let's see what method we have used here. So we are doing this by elimination method. Elimination, that means we are going to multiply certain number in both the two equations to make one variable equal. So let's see what we have multiplied in first equation, what we have multiplied in second. In first equation, we are multiplying it by 5 to make it to make a equal to a in both the equations. So it becomes 10a in equation 1, and then 15b is equal to 65, and in case of second equation, we have multiplied it by 2. So we got again 10a and then minus 8b is equal to -4. Now we are subtracting. When we are subtracting, we are changing the sign. So here we got positive, here also we got positive, and this 10a has been eliminated by 10a. So we got 15b plus 8b, that is 23b, which is equal to 69. So b is equal to 3. Now we can use this value of b to find out the value of a. So we have used this in equation 1 to find out the value of a. So we got a as 2. Now we have got a and we have got b. Now what we are supposed to do, we have to find out x and y. So we have let x as 1 by x as a. So x is equal to here 1 by 2, because a is equal to 2 and a is equal to 1 by x. So we are reciprocaling them, and then we got x is equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, in case of b, which is equal to 3 and which is also equal to 1 by y, so we got y as 1 by 3. So this was pretty easy question. Now let's look into another example to understand this method clearly. So here we got these two equations. So the first equation is 1 by 3x plus y plus 1 by 3x minus y is equal to 3 by 4, and the second equation is 1 by 2 3x plus y minus 1 by 2, 3x minus y is equal to minus 1 by 8. So in these two equations, we can clearly see that this 1 by 3x plus y and this 1 by 3x plus y are same. Similarly here, 1 by 3x minus y and 1 by 3x minus y. So what we are going to do, we are going to assume 1 by 3x plus y as A and 1 by 3x minus y as B. So after assuming, we are going to replace these terms by A and B. So we get the first equation as A plus B is equal to 3 by 4. And in second equation, we have got this A minus B is equal to minus 1 by 4. Why? Because in this equation, we can see here that both the two terms, term 1 and term 2, have 2 as common number, and this number here, the term C, also is multiple of 2. So we can simply eliminate them by taking common from here and then dividing here. So we got this A minus B is equal to minus 1 by 4. Now what we are going to do, we are going to subtract equation 4 from equation 3, and for that we need to change the sign here. So here, because A was positive, now we have changed the sign. B is negative, so we are putting positive sign now, and because this term is also negative, so now after changing sign it becomes positive. So we get the answer as 2b is equal to 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So we get answer as 4 by 4, that is actually 1. Now by solving it further, we get b as b is equal to 1 by 2. As we have got b, now we can use this b in either of the two equations, that is equation 3 and equation 4, to find the value. So here I have used equation 3 to find the value. So a plus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 4, and after solving it further, we get a is equal to 1 by 4 as answer. Now we have got a and b, and we were supposed to find out the value of x and y. So what we are going to do, we are going to put the values. So a is equal to 1 by 3x plus y is equal to 1 by 4. Similarly, b is equal to 1 by 3x minus y is equal to 1 by 2. And we get 3x minus y as 2, and here 3x plus y is equal to 4. Now we got these two equations here. Now again we can use elimination method to solve them further. So here we get these two equations. We have named them as equation 5 and equation 6 because in further steps we will need these equations. Now what we are going to do, again we are going to subtract because we are eliminating. So for elimination, we are going to change the sign. Here after changing the sign, we have got this. So 3x is eliminated by 3x and y is added to y, making it 2y, and 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Hence, therefore, we get y is equal to 1. Now we have got y is equal to 1. We can put the value of y in any of these two equations. So I am putting the value of y in equation 5. So 3x plus 1 is equal to 4. That is 3x is equal to 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. That is x is equal to 1. So we got the answer as x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. So this was all about the second installment of this lecture. In the last installment, we will be discussing word problems related to following topics like cost, thereafter area and perimeter, and then taxi and fare. Then we have numbers and fractions, and then ages, and the last one speed, distance and time. Based on these topics, we will do some questions to understand them clearly. So this was all about today, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe this channel.